at 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
This morning on GMSA, we're going to explain how one of the most common forms of abortion in the United States now being suspended in multiple states, why a federal judge in Texas voted to reverse the approval of the pill.
Back here at home, San Antonio firefighters are investigating what sparked a house fire on the city's west side, what we've been able to learn so far about the people who live there.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City. All right, not a great start to the morning. Will we see some sunshine? Will it clear up? Or will it look like the last couple of days? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. For now, good morning. It is 6 o'clock. It is Saturday, April 8th. Thank you so much for joining us.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Just had a couple of days off. What'd you end up doing?
Exactly what I believe everyone was supposed to be doing last
Staying
week.
inside, relaxing.
Just use these days to recharge.
Okay.
Appreciate the rain. I'll take rain and cooler temps any days over, like, what was it, 95 on Tuesday? So, yeah, didn't leave the house.
So, Sarah?
Yeah.
Is the rain going to go away?
The rain is away.
Oh.
But here's the thing. We still got some dampness out there from over an inch of rain that we saw in many places around San Antonio. So use caution if you're out there. Those roads are still a little slick. And we've got some areas of fog this morning. Take a look at temperatures and conditions around south central Texas. It's 53 in San Antonio and 54 in New Braunfels. But in New Braunfels, visibility is down to 6 miles. A little bit of fog. Seguin visibility is down to about 3 miles. A little bit of fog out there as well. And it's cool to start your Saturday. Temperatures are generally in the 50s, but here's how the day is going to stack up. We are starting off in the 50s. It'll be cloudy for most of the morning. By the afternoon, we'll see a few peaks of sunshine and a high temperature right near 70 degrees this afternoon. So a pretty nice day as we start Easter weekend. Easter Sunday looks great too. I've got a breakdown of what you can expect for Easter services and Easter egg hunts out there. And of course, I'll have a recap of how much rain we've seen in neighborhoods around San Antonio. Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, a family is without a home after a fire on the city's west side. San Antonio firefighters tackled a blaze at a home on the 500 block of Erling Avenue around 1 this morning on the city's west side near Old Highway 90. The home was completely taken over by those flames. Firefighters were able to get control of it and put it out. Unfortunately, the home has heavy damage. No one was home and no injuries were reported.
Topping your morning headlines, the future of access to one of the most commonly used abortion methods in the United States, well, that's now in limbo.
A federal judge in Texas is suspending the use of the pill called mifepristone, which was approved by regulators 23 years ago.
ABC's Ty Hernandez explains.
An unprecedented decision late Friday from a federal judge in Texas, suspending FDA approval of the abortion pill mifepristone. Vice President Kamala Harris reacted to the ruling Friday night.
It is contrary to what makes for good public health policy to allow courts and politicians to tell the FDA what it should do. This is a drug that the FDA approved as safe 20 years ago and has been proven to be safe for 20 years. So this is a dangerous precedent.
Attorney General Merrick Garland saying in a statement that the Justice Department will defend the FDA's decision and file an appeal. U.S. District Judge Matthew Kaczmarek, an appointee of President Trump, making the ruling after holding a hearing last month. The Alliance Defending Freedom, a Christian conservative legal advocacy group, filing the lawsuit, claiming the FDA exceeded its regulatory authority when it approved the drug in 2000.
The FDA has failed its responsibility to protect women and girls, and that it's time to remove these drugs from the market, or at a minimum, to put back important safeguards on their use.
The FDA saying mifepristone is safe and effective, calling the ADF's claims without merit. Shortly after the Texas ruling, a federal judge in Washington state issued a dueling injunction in a separate case, barring the FDA from pulling the drug off the market. The Texas ruling is paused for 7 days so that the federal government can appeal. Ty Hernandez, ABC News, New York.
In some international headlines, new details emerging from Israel after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called it a terrorist attack in Tel Aviv. So a car being driven by a 45-year-old resident of an Arab village, it hit 6 people before overturning on the city's beaches just yesterday. Israeli authorities confirm one of those people hit has died. All the pedestrians hit in the incident, they were all tourists. Now, when officers approached the overturned vehicle, they suspected the driver was trying to reach for a weapon. They killed him. Now, this latest attack ends the third day of these rising tensions across the region.
Well, 6 people were injured in a shooting on a beach in Isle of Palm, South Carolina, which has now been shut down. Police believe one person injured is an adult in their mid-30s and the other 5 are around 18. The police chief, Kevin Cornett, there says a large crowd of people were part of a group from a senior skip day. They gathered on the beach, and during a fight, several shots were fired. 4 people have non-life-threatening injuries, but the status of the other 2 is still not known. Several people were detained for questioning.
And back here in the Lone Star State, 3 people rescued from rising water in downtown Houston yesterday. Take a look at this. This is the aftermath of heavy rainstorm. The people were actually sleeping underneath the bridge. They became trapped because of the rain. Fire department crews ended up using this huge ladder that you see, a tower ladder, to help them out of the water. Luckily, everyone was able to get out safely. Time now 6:06, 53 degrees out.
So to come on GMSA, David Elder takes us to the Hill Country for some authentic paella. Do you like paella?
I love paella. I like how they put a pronouncer in there like we've never seen paella before.
Well, you never know. This morning, it's on a brand new episode of Texas Eats.
And up next, setting records in early part of this year, Tesla, another price cut. How the decision happened, why it happened, and how it could save you money. Would you ever drive a Tesla?
If I had the money.
I'm telling you, though, with these price cuts, they're getting cheaper and cheaper. I was looking at used ones this morning. They're very affordable now.
I know, with a paid-off Prius. I'm going to drive that thing till it dies.
I'm not laughing at the Prius.
All right, 53 degrees at 6:07. Hey, Sarah Spivey has some good news when it comes to the rain letting up for Easter weekend. She'll tell you about it when we come back.
Good morning and welcome back. Some consumer headlines to tell you about. Samsung cutting its memory chip production after, get this, an estimated 96% in profit over just the last 3 months. So the decision comes after the demand for memory chips ramped up during the COVID lockdowns. Consumers bought new electronics to use at home, but sales dropped sharply due to a slow global economy and less demand after COVID. Everyone bought those electronics during COVID. They have them, don't need new ones. So the industry now recovering from that chip shortage. A lot of businesses are now struggling to find that balance between all the inventory that they have and the lack of demand.
Meanwhile, Tesla has lowered prices on its vehicles again in the U.S. The electric car maker is working to attract new buyers as the industry gets more competitive. The price on its Model S and Model X vehicles were slashed by $5,000 each. The company also lowered the price on its Model 3 sedan and some Model Y crossovers.
All right, the March jobs report came in yesterday morning, came in lower than expected. U.S. employers added 236,000 jobs last month. Economists were expecting a little bit more than that, just 239,000. It is the first time the jobs report came in below expectations in a year. It could be a sign that the labor market is cooling. However, the labor market still has gained more than 4 million jobs in just the last year. And our meteorology department, their job has not been easy over the last 3 days.
Oh my goodness, but it's been fun,
Good.
Right? You know, we've had such a variety of weather to go from the 90s on Tuesday into the 50s with over an inch of rain in many places.
I'll take it.
So, yeah, but here's the good news. We would prefer for it not to rain over Easter weekend. A lot of people have outdoor plans. Guess what? No more rain in the forecast for this weekend for us. It's actually going to dry out. Although I do want to start with a look at TransGuide here. This is 281 at San Pedro, and then we've got 281 at Grayson. There are still some damp spots on the roads from the rain that we saw yesterday and the day before. Things are going to be drying out for the day today, and here's a look at rainfall totals. Unfortunately, as expected, areas out west toward Del Rio, Eagle Pass, not much rain. But areas around San Antonio saw about an inch of rainfall with heavy rainfall falling from Gonzales down to Kennedy. We're up to 5 inches of rain fell. Around the San Antonio metro area, more than an inch and a half at the airport. First time we've seen more than an inch and a half at the airport since at least August of last year, at least in a 2-day period. And in Converse, more than 2 inches of rain, more than 2.5 in Floresville. Up in Bernie, more than an inch, close to 1.25 inches of rainfall. And again, we do not anticipate any rain over Easter weekend. Both today and tomorrow, we won't be seeing any rain out there. However, Monday, we do have a chance for some scattered showers. It is not going to be like the last couple of days where we had widespread rain. Coverage on Monday will only be about 40%. Otherwise, it is going to be a pretty dry week ahead. First, let's take a look outside right now. You can see that off in the distance. We do have some areas of fog. Visibility is as low as about 3 miles in some places out there. Not dense enough to cause any hazards on the roads, but something to keep in mind as you're heading out. 53 cloudy degrees. Maybe you're going to the airport, maybe you're going to the grocery store. You might be going to the airport, but maybe you're going to the grocery store to get ready for Easter Sunday tomorrow. 50 degrees in Bernie, 52 in Bulverde. It's 55 in Hondo. Good morning. In Stinson area, it's 55 degrees as well. 54 in New Braunfels. As we look at the futurecast for the day today, I do think we're going to be socked into cloud cover for a good portion of the morning, but as early as about 11 noon, we might be able to see a few peaks of sun, and in the afternoon, a few more peaks of sun are possible too. So mostly cloudy for the day ahead, but it's still going to be nice, drier, and temperatures warmer than they have been the last few days by quite a bit. It'll be 70 in San Antonio, 71 in Hondo, 68 in Kerrville, 75 in Del Rio, 68 in Laredo, 75 in Junction. And it's going to be 69 in Gonzales. Take a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast for the day. Again, some patchy fog through about 9 o'clock this morning. Winds will be from the northeast at 5 to 15, so a bit of a breeze, but not too windy. Then around 11 noon, we'll start to see some peaks of sun. Temperatures rising into the 60s by about noon. That'll be the warmest we've been in a couple of days, even by noon today. And then 70 degrees for the afternoon high. That's when we'll be partly cloudy, seeing a little bit more sun than we've seen over the last few days too. All right, let's talk a bit about our weather setup. We did have one storm that moved through Austin here in the overnight hours, but generally all the rain has been pushing out of Texas. Here's where all of that rainfall is right now, moving across parts of the southeast. It's a stationary boundary, but this low is going to keep on moving to the east. It's going to take all this rain with it, and so that's why we've got a dry forecast over at least the next couple of days. Easter Sunday is tomorrow. Got the big chocolate bunny right there. Take a look at that forecast, Easter egg forecast for you. Patchy fog in the morning, 56 degrees. It is going to be cool early morning, but you can still wear your Sunday best because we don't anticipate any kind of rain. Around noon, it'll be 65. Great for any Easter egg hunts after Easter services. Temperatures will be warming to about 73 for the high. We'll have northeast winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. All right, take a look at your forecast for the next couple of days. Today's actually going to be the coolest day over the next 7 days. We're gradually going to be warming up. 40% chance for scattered downpours on Monday. Again, not everybody is going to see rain on Monday, but we'll be looking at mostly sunny skies by Wednesday and Thursday. Highs back in the 80s. Here's some more good news. Humidity is going to stay pleasantly low for us over the next several days as well. So even though we're going to get up into the 80s, it's not going to be uncomfortably warm out there with that low humidity. And coming up, guys, 1 year from today, San Antonio and the Hill Country gonna have a big spotlight on them. I'll tell you why.
Oh my gosh!
In the next,
I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah,
I feel like I should know
about it.
I'm excited. Look at that tease, though.
That was great tease, Sarah.
Before we go to break, how much did we need this rain? And I know there's still parts like Eagle Pass still going through those drought conditions.
We really needed this rain. You know, we got more than 1.5 inches in San Antonio, but parts of the Hill Country got maybe up to 1 inch. And it's these areas in the Hill Country that are in the worst kind of drought. So even though they got rain, it just probably isn't going to be enough to help us out of that drought situation. But we'll take it. We need the rain.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Just about 6:17, 53 degrees out.
Still ahead before 6:30, the UIL soccer playoffs still rolling for San Antonio teams. We have those highlights from the Lee boys soccer matchup last night at Calamander Stadium.
And I get to say equalizer, so everyone's having fun this morning. And just ahead, David Elder bringing us some authentic paella for the brand new Texas Eats. You're not going to want to miss it. That is next. I love paella. Feel free to bring some in.
I don't know how to make it.
Well, we can learn. That's what YouTube's for.
I think we'll have Sarah Spivey make it for us. All right. Lotto numbers. Pick 3, 3, 5, 8, 0, Fireball 0, Daily 4, 3, 9, 7, 2, Fireball 9.
Cash 5, 1, 5, 11, 19, 22. Here we go. Did you play?
No, and I need to see if anyone won the jackpot because it was a big one.
Okay, well, if you did play, here are your numbers. Mega Millions, 12, 32, 49, 51, 66, big numbers 21, and Mega Player 2. Good luck. We'll be right back.
So this is a squid ink paella, arroz negro, but basically it's not really a traditional paella, or it's not considered a paella. That shrimp you see there is a prawn, it's a Pacific prawn. The rice is from Valencia, the original and creators of the paella. The beauty about this, it has a sepia inside of it. The sepia is a cut fish. It's almost like a squid. These are mussels, but they're not just any mussels, they're lip green mussels. The broth is cooked for hours and then put in here, and it's just layered up.
Now, we're gonna go in the kitchen, and you're gonna make for us a dish from start to finish. It's gonna be this paella, right?
Absolutely. We're gonna do arroz negro.
Cheers. Oh, come on.
That's really good.
Wow. All right, let's go make some.
Let's go.
All right, I gotta watch the episode.
I know. It's like, and we were talking about the rice. I am so bad at making rice. It's either way too soggy or I burn it. And there's no in between, and I want that perfect crunch to it.
Yeah.
Never do it.
If only there was a timer out there.
I know.
Time now, 6:22, 53 degrees out.
After the break, the Lee boys soccer team fought for a chance to keep their season alive in the UIL playoffs. How last night's matchup came down to a nail-biting finish in overtime.
Good morning, welcome back. And hey, how about those playoffs? A packed house last night at Comalander Stadium. The Lee boys soccer team taking on Brownsville Rivera, UIL Class 6A regional semifinals. Vols down 1-0 early second half. Centering pass deflected off the defender's hand in the penalty kick. Oh, boom. Jesus Blanco driving shot past the keeper. The equalizer, 1-1. And that was the score at the end of regulation. So we go to OT. Final minute. Second OT period, Brownsville, Cesar Garza gets taken down in the box. He gets that penalty kick, steps to the line. He makes the PK, putting the Raiders on top 2-1 with 55 seconds left. And that is your final. Lee would fall 2-1 in OT.
Can't really do anything at the end to come back from that, and there's a minute left. And, you know, unfortunately, ref took it out of our hands, and I thought the boys played hard. It just wasn't our night.
Lee finishes their season with an amazing 23-1-3 overall record.
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. Time now, just about 6:27, 53 degrees out.
Still to come at 6:30, a TikTok trend that's hitting Hyundais and Kias stolen off the streets. How it could affect what you pay for your car insurance, even if you don't drive those cars. Plus,
we're just gathering up, any kind of young, talented people that want to come and showcase their talents.
All right, award-winning actor, comedian, and producer Kenan Thompson bringing his national talent search to the Alamo City. We have an inside look at today's event. That's next. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Saturday. 6:30 this morning. It is April 8th. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. All right, so the last couple days, you stayed in, you recharged. Did you watch some TV?
I watched Ted Lasso.
Nice.
I love Ted Lasso.
Okay.
It's my favorite show.
Sarah Spivey, you a Ted Lasso fan?
I am, because
it just leaves you in such a good mood.
Exactly. And I think it doesn't do too much drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not unrealistic.
It's a good escape.
It's a good escape. And what great rainy day show to watch, Sarah, because we got up to 1.5 inches plus of rain around San Antonio. It's been cool too, with highs only in the 50s. Speaking of the 50s, that's where we're at right now, 54 degrees in San Antonio. Good morning in Kerrville, it's 54, 60 in Del Rio, 57 in Eagle Pass, 55 in Uvalde, and 54 in Gonzales. You know, the ground is a little saturated out there, so as we zoom in around San Antonio, you'll notice that temperatures are pretty close to the dew points. That's allowing some patches patchy fog to develop. And this is going to be the theme for the weekend. We're going to have patchy fog in the morning hours. Although this will clear up into the afternoon, I think on Easter Sunday we could have some patchy fog in the morning too tomorrow morning. Visibility as low as about 3 miles in Seguin, as low as 2.5 in Uvalde. Otherwise, it is going to be a pretty nice day today. Mostly cloudy. So we are going to see more clouds than sun, but we are going to gradually clear, and it's going to be warmer than it has been the last couple of days too. High of 70 degrees. Now tomorrow morning, Easter Sunday, some patchy fog in the morning, but it should be great weather for any kind of Easter services or Easter egg hunts or luncheons or things like that. A great weekend for us after the rain we got over the last couple of days. But as promised, coming up, I've got to look ahead to an event that everybody's going to be talking about 1 year from today. Those details and, of course, your forecast in a few minutes. Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, a family is without a home after a fire on the city's west side. San Antonio firefighters tackled a blaze at a home on the 500 block of Earling Avenue around 1 this morning on the city's west side near Old Highway 90. The home was taken over by flames. Firefighters were able to get it under control and put it out. However, the home had some heavy damage. Nobody was home at the time and no injuries were reported.
All right, new details this morning in the story we brought you live yesterday on GMSA. So San Antonio police thought that they had a suspect in a deadly shooting surrounded, but 12 hours of standoff, it ended up being nothing. The standoff started around 9:45 Thursday night on the south side on Humboldt Street, not too far from I-35 and West South Cross. SAPD said that the suspect was believed to be inside. That suspect connected to that deadly shooting that ended with a 33-year-old woman shot and killed around 11:30 Friday morning. Now, police then entered the home at the center of the standoff, and they found no one inside.
3 migrants were found dead among 24 trapped inside multiple train cars in Del Rio. That's according to Border Patrol in a Facebook post. Authorities say they got the 911 call about people trapped inside the cars. Officials say of the 24 people, 15 of them were in, quote, serious need of medical condition. This comes after 2 separate but similar rescues happened last month in Eagle Pass and Canepa.
All right, a TikTok trend making certain cars a target for thieves, and it's likely affecting your wallet, even if you don't have a Kia or Hyundai. So if you do, the situation would even be worse. This so-called TikTok challenge, it's actually teaching people how to steal those vehicles, and it's caught the attention of car insurers. Officials with State Farm say that they've actually temporarily stopped accepting new customer applications in some states. They've added that theft losses for these vehicles, they've increased dramatically. It's a serious problem impacting customers and really the entire auto insurance industry. Rich Johnson with the Insurance Council of Texas tells us State Farm is not the only agency that's reconsidering covering these high-risk vehicles.
I've been in, the insurance industry for the better part of a decade, and I can't recall any time where companies, were refusing to insure what we would call average consumer vehicles.
All right, so the bad news goes beyond getting insurance for Hyundai and Kia owners who already have a policy that they're paying for now. This increase in theft, it's actually boosting rates across the board. Johnson advises to shop around when it comes to looking for agencies and any possible discounts. You can get such discounts as good students, military, or defensive driving courses.
Safety concerns for an East Side church continues following issues with squatters and an abandoned property. Temple Missionary Baptist Church leaders say they're concerned about letting the children play in the church's yard with suspicious activity on the property on Morning View Drive. They say problems have spread to another vacant property behind the church. Commissioner Tommy Calvert says he'll be attending the church service on Easter Sunday with the Bexar County Sheriff in hopes of easing some concerns. Calvert is apologetic about how the county has handled the issues with the property it holds a trust to.
Hopefully this is a lesson learned for the county staff that we've got to be better neighbors and make sure that these properties, even though they're just in our trusts and they're not technically our properties, we have a standard that we need to maintain for our public safety and public health.
The county is reviewing its department policies to see how it can better handle the nuanced property problems. One possible solution is partnering with nonprofits and other agencies to create affordable housing opportunities.
All right, one of the best days of the year happening today. It is free landfill day for San Antonio residents. If you need to dump any bulky items that are way too big for the trash can, take them to 3 landfills that you see on your screen right here from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. All you need, remember, you need to bring these things, photo ID and a recent CPS energy bill showing payment for the city's environmental fee. No hazardous waste will be accepted, and everything must be covered by a tarp.
Looking ahead, Fiesta San Antonio doesn't start until the end of April this year, but at KSAT, we can already hear and see the signs, the citywide celebration.
All right, so we are excited about the possibility of having you join us for the KSAT Fiesta parties, the Battle of Flowers, and of course, Fiesta Flambeau parades. Now, tickets for both events on sale right now. Head to KSAT.com, scan the QR code on the screen. It'll take you where you need to go for Battle of Flowers.
That's right, KSAT insiders who bought tickets with us get admission to the exclusive KSAT party, seats to see the parade, 2 Las Palapas tacos and a drink, plus a chance to mingle with neighbors and your favorite KSAT weather and news personalities.
Also, we know one of the biggest questions that we were already starting to get, medals. If you're trying to get a 2023 KSAT Fiesta medal, our giveaways already starting. They're running through April 27th, the listed dates for the medal giveaways, but you need to tune in to KSAT, find out when and where the medal giveaway is going to be each and every day. Find a full list right now on KSAT.com. Have you seen the KSAT medal yet?
No.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh, it's a mystery.
The anticipation is building. I've seen Caskey's, Adam Caskey's.
Yeah, it's
pretty awesome.
It's out of control.
Yeah, it's fantastic. All right, time now, 6:38, 53 degrees out.
Still ahead, a massive cruise is setting sail that would take you to 26 countries.
Nice.
What? When it'll leave port and how much it'll cost you.
Is this one where you have to live on for 3 years?
I don't know.
All right. Hey, welcome to the Good Burger, home of the Good Burger.
How can I take your order?
There we go. So after the break, award-winning actor, comedian, and producer Kenan Thompson bringing his national talent search to the Alamo City. We're going to give you an inside look at today's event.
90s nostalgia. He's also really great on SNL.
He is.
Hilarious. All right.
Go back to all that. The original kids version of SNL.
I know. All right, 53 degrees at 6:38. Sarah Spivey has some good news when it comes to your Easter weekend forecast. She'll let us know when we come back.
Good morning and welcome back. Happening today, if you're looking to share your skills and talent with the world, you have a big shot at it this weekend.
Very cool. 6-time Emmy Award nominee and longtime Saturday Night Live actor Kenan Thompson is on a nationwide talent search tour, and he's coming to Texas.
SA Live's Jen Tobias Strusky talked with him ahead of this weekend. Here's part of that conversation.
Do you have a young star in your home that's ready to shine? Well, you're in luck. We have award-winning actor, comedian, producer Kenan Thompson joining us to tell us how he's helping talented kiddos showcase their skills to the world.
How are you? Thank you for having me. Thank you for putting the word out about our showcases that we're doing out there.
This is real exciting, and we're happy to know that this is happening in San Antonio. So many talented kiddos here. So can you tell us a little bit about this show?
Basically, we're just gathering up, any kind of young, talented people that want to come and showcase their talents to my producing partners, and a couple local celebs, I think, will be judging and stuff like that. So it's a real communal feel to it. But basically, we're just looking for undiscovered talent, and we're going to bring a selected few to New York to give them another grand showcase out here to try to expose them to some good people in the industry. We're kind of looking for any and all. We're just looking for standouts: singing, dancing, comedy, drama. I don't really know, but writing. We don't want to leave anything out because the business is big. There's a lot of aspects to it. You could be a writer, you could be a producer, you could be in front of the camera, you could be in transportation. It's like, just getting people more in the ideology of wanting to get into entertainment in whatever form services them the best, I think.
I was going to ask, how's your relationship with Kel? Because I grew up watching you guys, by the way, so love it. And I heard there's going to be a Good Burger 2. Is this right?
Absolutely. That is absolutely right. We're so happy and pleased that we can actually say that, and have it be official. So, yeah, that's my lifelong brother, and I'm so excited to get back to, working on a longer period of time, kind of a project, as opposed to just like a talk show appearance or something.
All right, so don't worry, coming up later this morning, we have a live look at the event at the Hard Rock Cafe downtown for the talent search.
Very cool.
Very cool. We were saying the good burger, all the old lines. Bloobity, bloobity.
Yes, I know. That was our childhood. So
That's true.
Great to see Keenan there on our screen.
Oh, yeah. So what can we see in the Hill Country coming up?
A year from today.
Okay.
The total solar eclipse is going to be moving through South Central Texas. Here's a look. The moon's is going to go right in front of the sun and create a total solar eclipse. In fact, these are the areas that are going to see that total solar eclipse. Notice Northwest San Antonio is included. The Hill Country, Kerrville, Lakey, Uvalde, Rock Springs, Del Rio. 1 year from today, April 8th, 2024. And here's the thing. San Antonio, South Central Texas, X marks the spot because even earlier than that, we're going to see an annular eclipse on October 14th this year. An annular eclipse is basically when a ring around the sun is visible. So again, we are one part of the nation, the Hill Country, the only part of the nation that's going to see the intersection of the annular eclipse on October 14th and the total eclipse on April 8th. As KSAT, we're hoping to do a few events around this, so we'll keep you posted as that evolves. But again, 1 year from today, a total solar eclipse. For some people, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So make sure to stick with us. We'll continue to update you. As we take a look outside right now, some patchy fog this morning, 54 degrees, winds from the north-northeast at about 10 miles per hour. Again, visibility is as low as 2.5 miles in Uvalde, down to 3 miles in Cotulla, down to 2.5 in Gonzales. It's just patchy fog. It's not really causing any issues out there on the roads, and it's cool this morning too. Kerrville, you're up 54, 55 in Hondo, 57 in Cotulla, 54 in New Braunfels, 54 in Gonzales, 60 in Del Rio. As we look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast today, it's going to be mainly a cloudy day, but we are going to see some sunshine. Now this morning, sucked into cloud cover. By about noon, that's when we'll start to see peaks of sunshine, 62 degrees around noon, the warmest we've been since Wednesday. And then by the afternoon, 70 degrees for the high. Hopefully by 4 or 5 p.m. we'll have partly cloudy skies, a little bit more sun than clouds. But we'll keep you posted. All in all, it should be a pretty nice day today, given the fact that we've seen 2 days in a row of cold and damp conditions. It'll be 75 in Del Rio, 71 in Cotulla, 71 in Beeville, 69 in Gonzales, 68 in Canyon Lake, 70 at the airport, 71 in New Braunfels, 69 in Converse, 71 in Divine. Bandera, you'll be at 69 degrees and 68 in Kerrville and Comfort. Actually, today is going to be the coolest day over the next several days as we see a gradual warm up. Temperatures will be back above average by Thursday and Friday with highs in the 80s. But there's some good news. Even though we're going to be warming up, it is going to be very comfortable outside. Humidity is going to stay pleasantly low for the next several days. Dew points will either be in the 40s or 50s, which is pleasant and dry. So a really nice week ahead for us weather-wise, with a chance for some showers on Monday. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But tomorrow is Easter. If you're planning on taking your kids out for some Easter egg hunts, it's going to be a beautiful day. We'll wake up with some clouds early tomorrow with temperatures in the 50s by 10, 61, 65 at noon, and partly cloudy skies in the afternoon with a high temperature of 73. There's that chance for some scattered showers, about a 40% coverage, so not nearly as much as the last couple of days, but still an opportunity for additional rain on Monday, and then gradually clearing out, temperatures warming up into the 80s. A beautiful week ahead for us.
As long as there's no 90s.
Yeah, there's none. There's the only 90s is going to be Keenan Thompson in downtown.
Look at that.
Hey.
Well done.
Okay, I don't know if that's copyrighted.
Okay, I'll stop.
Time now, 6:49, 53 degrees out.
Well, just ahead, if you missed out on the Shamrock Shake this year, McDonald's has you covered. We'll check out their newest tasty treat. That's next.
All right, let's take a live look out at the roadways. Now, we were monitoring a crash from earlier this morning at McCullough and Harriet, but we're being told that is actually cleared, so it is all good. If anything else pops up out on and about the streets, we will keep you posted.
Well, if you want to see the world and don't mind being on a cruise ship for a couple of months, then this trip is for you.
Princess Cruises announcing a new 2025 World Cruise will take passengers to 26 countries over 116 days. So if you work remotely, this is actually perfect. The cruise line says it is the longest itinerary in its history. The voyage will set sail in January 2025. And you might be wondering, where are we going? Well, we're going to Australia, the South Pacific, the Mediterranean, Africa, and Central America, just to name a few locations. You have the option to sail round trip from Fort Lauderdale or Los Angeles. However, not cheap. Prices start at about $20,000. The cruise line is offering a slightly shorter voyage that lasts 101 days.
Wait, are meals included?
I would assume so.
I would have to do some math to figure that out.
You have to do some math because $20,000 for, what is that, 3 months?
If you work remotely,
4 months, yeah.
Rent's going up,
right?
Inflation, okay. And if you missed out on the Shamrock Shake this year, McDonald's has you covered. The fast food chain is launching a new limited edition McFlurry, the strawberry shortcake. It has a vanilla base like all McFlurries and also has strawberry flavored clusters.
I'm in.
Shortbread cookies blended in. Can't be bad. The new McFlurry hits McDonald's next Wednesday. That's if their ice cream machine is working.
Yeah, like a 50-50 shot.
Yeah. You know.
It looks really good though.
It does.
Time now, 6:54, 53 degrees out.
Here's what's coming up at 7 on Good Morning America.
Good morning. Coming up on GMA, major move, the unprecedented ruling for a 20-plus year FDA-approved abortion pill. What a Texas federal judge decided, and the strong reaction from the Biden administration about the future of reproductive health in America. And new overnight, the next steps for those Tennessee lawmakers who face a rare expulsion vote this week, the growing controversy, and new efforts to get their jobs back. Plus, Masters madness after gusty winds kept the tournament from moving forward yesterday, knocking down several trees near spectators and the big names to watch. It's all ahead right here on GMA.
Good morning and welcome back. Every year, the San Antonio Chamber of Commerce participates in SA to DC. So it's a trip for local leaders to go to our nation's capital and they advocate on our city's behalf. And this year was full of key priorities. So tomorrow on Leading SA at 8 a.m., we're speaking with the leadership at the Chamber, discussing the talking points emphasized in Washington, D.C., the history of the program, including big successes. And we're also going to talk about how you, the viewer, can get involved and have your voice heard. If you have any questions you'd like to ask specifically, you can submit them right now. Just head to the Leading SA section of KSAT.com.
We have a quick reminder about the San Antonio Book Festival. It's happening on Saturday, April 15th. The festival starts at 9 a.m. and goes until 5 p.m. at the Central Library and UTSA Southwest Campus in downtown San Antonio. It's a free, family-friendly event that draws thousands of festival goers downtown for a day full of author presentations, panel discussions, book sales, signings, and more.
All right, speaking of family-friendly events, right now on KSAT.com, the world's biggest bounce house coming to San Antonio.
It covers a whopping 16,000 square feet. It also has basketball hoops.
Be safe out there.
Giant slides and oversized couches. That's probably for the parents.
Okay.
You can find this bounce house in Helotes.
All right, we have all the information about when, where, and how much it's going to cost to enjoy the giant bounce house. Just head to KSAT.com for the full story. So, Sarah, is it going to be a good day to head out to the bounce house?
I think Justin Horn was saying he wanted to take his
I don't
girls
think
to
he can fit on there.
Oh, you don't think so?
Well, it's 53 degrees outside right now. We have patchy fog, but we're going to be gradually clearing today with a high of 70. So a really nice day, especially after 2 days of rain. Then tomorrow for Easter Sunday, beautiful. Again, some patchy fog in the morning, starting off in the 50s, but it's going to be great. High temperature of 73. Wear your Sunday best tomorrow. You won't need to worry about the umbrella at all. As we look ahead to the week, though, there is a chance for some rain on Monday. 40% coverage scattered, so not everybody's going to see rain, but the chance is there. Otherwise, we're going to warm up gradually. We'll be back into the 80s by Thursday and Friday, but low humidity all week long. So, guys, it is going to be a beautiful week.
Good hair days.
Great hair days.
Love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to take an hour-long break for Good Morning America. We'll see you back here, 8 a.m.
See you guys at 8.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning, San Antonio. Taking a live look out of the Alamo City. 53 degrees now. Doesn't look perfect out there, but we're going to check in with Sarah Spivey. We got some good news to tell you about in the weather department. It's going to be in just a few moments. Until then, good morning. It is 8 o'clock. It is Saturday. It is April 8th. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. So you got a couple days. You enjoyed the rain.
Recharge.
Did the garden get a lot of water?
It looks beautiful.
Fantastic.
Sarah, I forgot. I told you I was going to get a new rain gauge so I could tell you how many inches of rain I've gotten.
Well, a lot of people got about an inch and a half of rainfall. In fact, we'll take a look at rainfall totals a little bit later. But first, we're dealing with some fog this morning as much of the ground is saturated, and so we're seeing a little bit of fog. Take a look. Visibility down to 4 miles in New Braunfels, down to 4 in Uvalde, down to 2-mile visibility in Rock Springs. It's actually the part where the visibility is the worst right now up in Rock Springs. Otherwise, though, again, generally around San Antonio, visibility less than the perfect 10. As we take a look at temperatures, it's cool this morning, too. It's 53 in Helotes. Good morning, Rio Medina area, 54, 52 in Bulverde, 55 in New Braunfels, and 53 in Seguin. As we look at the day today, yeah, it's going to be cloudy as we start the day. We really won't see peaks of sunshine until about noon, but we are going to be able to warm up. It's going to be pretty pleasant considering that we have been damp and chilly the last few days. Afternoon high right around 70 degrees when we'll see partly cloudy skies. But coming up in the forecast, I do have a look at neighborhood rainfall totals from the last couple of days, and I'll get you ready for your Easter Sunday as well in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, a family is without a home after a fire on the city's west side. San Antonio firefighters tackled a blaze at a home on the 500 block of Earlene Avenue around 1 this morning on the city's west side near Old Highway 90. The home was completely taken over by flames. Firefighters were able to get control of it and put it out. Unfortunately, the home has some pretty heavy damage to it. No one was home at the time and no injuries were reported.
Well, another deadly discovery near the border. 3 migrants found dead among 24 who were trapped inside multiple train cars in Del Rio. This is the latest from the Border Patrol. Authorities posting on Facebook saying they got a 911 call about people trapped inside the train cars. Officials say of the 24 people they found, 15 of them were in, quote, serious need of medical attention. This comes after 2 separate but similar rescues happened last month in Eagle Pass and Canipa.
New details this morning on a story we brought you live here on GMSA yesterday morning. San Antonio police thought they had the suspect in a deadly shooting surrounded, but 12 hours of a standoff ended up being for nothing. The standoff started around 9:45 Thursday night on the south side on Humboldt Street, not far from I-35 and West South Cross. SAPD says a suspect they believed was inside was connected to a shooting nearby that left a 33-year-old woman dead. Around 11:30 Friday morning, police entered the home at the center of the standoff and found no one inside. Now to the 3 Tennessee lawmakers who faced an expulsion vote on the state legislature.
Here's ABC's Faith Abube about how they are now getting a lot of strong support from the White House.
Overnight, Vice President Kamala Harris meeting with all 3 Democratic lawmakers who faced an extremely rare Republican-led expulsion vote this week.
The truth must never be stifled or silenced when it is on behalf of the people.
This video after their meeting with the vice president showing Justin Pearson, Gloria Johnson, and Justin Jones standing together, arms locked. President Biden also video conferencing with the trio and inviting them to the White House. The lawmakers accused of violating Tennessee State House decorum when they joined protests last week calling for stricter gun laws in the wake of the Nashville Covenant School shooting that killed 6 people, including 3 children. The House Republican leadership warning them against bringing the protest onto the House floor. But the group doing just that, with bullhorns after their microphones were cut off. The move temporarily disrupting House business. Days later, the Republican supermajority ousting duly elected Democrats Justin Pearson and Justin Jones.
I hereby declare Representative Justin J. Pearson of the 86th Representative District expelled.
Gloria Johnson, a white woman, was the only one who survived the expulsion vote.
It might have to do with the color of our skin.
They played the video. It clearly showed her standing there not doing as much. Had nothing to do with the color of their skin.
With Pearson and Jones gone, More than 100,000 people in their district are now without representation in the Tennessee State House until county commissioners name their replacements. Members of Nashville's Metro Council and the Shelby County Board of Commissioners now considering reappointing the lawmakers back to their seats.
It doesn't make any sense. So we are looking forward to having a special call meeting to consider appointing Justin Pearson back to the seat that he was duly elected to by the citizens.
And there is growing momentum and support for these lawmakers to be reappointed back in their seats. But at this point, it's not clear whether the state legislature can actually try to block that. In the meantime, though, these lawmakers are eligible to run in any upcoming election. In Nashville, Tennessee, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Looking ahead, Fiesta San Antonio doesn't start until the end of April, but this year at KSAT, we can already hear and see the signs of the citywide celebration.
And obviously, we are so excited about the possibility of having you join us for the KSAT Fiesta parties. Obviously, Battle of Flowers and Fiesta Flambeau parades. Tickets for both events on sale right now. Just head to KSAT.com. Scan the QR code on the screen. It'll take you right where you need to go for the Battle of Flowers.
I will be there. KSAT insiders who buy tickets with us get admission to the exclusive KSAT party, seats to see the parade, 2 Las Palapas tacos and a drink, plus a chance to mingle with neighbors and your favorite KSAT weather and news personalities.
And of course, if you're on KSAT.com, you're probably looking to snag a 2023 KSAT Fiesta medal. Our giveaways have already started. They're running through April 27th. We have a list of the dates for all the medal giveaways, but you're going to need to tune into KSAT to find out where the medal giveaway will be each day. You can find the full list right now. Just head to KSAT.com.
I mean, that's top secret information.
It is top secret, so you got to watch us each and every day to find out. I don't know. It's top secret. I don't even know what the medal looks like yet.
Neither do I.
8:07, 53 degrees out.
Candies are in high demand for the holiday weekend. Next, we'll tell you about the concern surrounding dark chocolate, and heavy metals.
Taking a live look up. That is not a live look.
Not
I promise.
what outside looks like.
It's not snowing out there. That's for sure. There it is. Look at that.
Much better.
Okay. We can see far out in the distance. Not too much cloud. There is some fog to start the morning. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey. Talk about what the Easter weekend is going to look like.
No doubt there will be a lot of chocolate buddies and Easter baskets this weekend, but the one question people have is, well, what's in the chocolate?
This story is haunting me. I'm a dark chocolate guy.
We just eat 8 pieces of chocolate right now.
Yeah, it wasn't dark chocolate, though.
Yeah, but we'll see if it's affected by milk chocolate.
Reese's Cups, best chocolate out there. Anyway, 12 on your side's Marilyn Morris explains why there are a lot of concerns about heavy metals being found in dark chocolate.
Chocolate eggs and those chocolate bunnies. But before you or the kids overindulge, listen to what Consumer Reports found when they tested dark chocolates.
We tested 28 dark chocolate bars and found concerning levels of cadmium or lead, 2 toxic heavy metals in most of them.
For 23 of the bars, eating just an ounce a day would put an adult over the level that Consumer Reports experts and public health authorities say may be harmful.
Kidney damage, hypertension, and reproductive issues are just some of the various health problems associated with consistent long-term exposure to heavy metals, and the risks for kids are even greater.
In young children, even small amounts of metals can cause developmental problems, affect brain development, and lead to a lower IQ. The industry has taken notice. The National Confectioners Association has said that lead reductions can be expected within the first year of implementing new handling practices, though it says lowering cadmium may take longer. But what about milk chocolate? It's actually more common in Easter candy and candies that kids eat.
Milk chocolate tends to have lower levels of heavy metals, but you're typically trading that off with a lot more added sugars.
So CR's experts suggest this rule for all chocolate: enjoy as an occasional treat. Chocolate actually has some health benefits. Cacao contains flavonols, which have been shown to reduce inflammation and reduce cholesterol. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Okay, my question, as with everything, do the health benefits outweigh the negatives?
It's chocolate.
The health benefits of eating heavy metals?
Well, no. Marilyn just said that it has benefits eating chocolate.
That makes you happy.
Okay.
I think yeah. I eat a piece of chocolate almost every day.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's why you're such a happy person.
Right, I'm so happy.
I'd be happy with some sunshine.
Yeah, and we'll get some sunshine today, guys. It'll just take a little while. We've got some clouds left over from all of the rain that we saw the last couple days. And I'm taking a look at TransGuide right now. There's still ponding on the roads a little bit. So just as you're heading out and about, you may have just a touch of road spray as the roads are really starting to dry out from this pretty healthy rainfall. This is a look at the observed rainfall since Wednesday. Unfortunately, and as expected, there was a lot less rainfall out west toward Del Rio and Eagle Pass. But some areas like Kennedy, Gonzales got nearly 5 inches of rainfall, and around San Antonio, more than 1.5 inches at the airport, more than 2 inches of rain in Converse. Generally around San Antonio, anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches of rain. Even up near Bernie, about 1.25 inches. Seguin came in at about just shy of 1.75 inches of rainfall. And Floresville, nearly 3 inches of rain. And as we look ahead to our rain chances in the coming days, it's going to be a dry Easter weekend. I do not anticipate any rain over Easter weekend, but by Monday we will have a shot at some scattered showers. Coverage is not nearly going to be as widespread as it was the last couple of days, so just about 40% coverage there for the potential for a few showers and maybe a rumble of thunder. As we look outside right now, look at that blue sky. Starting to see some clearing there at the airport. That's a welcome sight after a few days socked into cloud cover. It's 55 degrees outside right now. Winds are from the north at about 3 miles per hour. We'll see a wind today from the northeast at 5 to 15. It's 50 in Bernie, 54 Rio Medina. Good morning in Seguin. It's 53, 55 in Hondo, 52 in Bulverde, and it's 55 in Kerrville. Here's a look at the futurecast. Again, we're already starting to see some peaks of sunshine. That's going to be the case right around lunch. A few more peaks of sunshine, and then in the afternoon, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies around San Antonio. It should be a beautiful day and a lot warmer than it has been the last few days when our highs were only in the 50s. It'll be 71 in New Braunfels, 68 in Kerrville and in Rock Springs, 75 in Del Rio, 71 in Carrizo Springs, 71 in Pleasanton, and 70 degrees here in San Antonio. We'll put it all together for you in the KSAT 12-hour forecast, walk you through your day hour by hour. A lot of people getting ready for Easter tomorrow. Perhaps you're going to go to the grocery store. Things look great. Just a light jacket early this morning. By noon, 62. And then in the afternoon, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies. We'll be looking at a high this afternoon right around 70 degrees. And then in the evening, it'll be cool with temperatures falling into the 60s. Let's take a look at our weather setup across Texas. It is quiet. No more rain in sight across Texas. There's a lot of rain out across the southeast. That's that same system that brought us the good rain over the last couple of days. Stalled front currently in the Gulf of Mexico, but this low is going to take all the rain with it to the east. And so we're going to have a pretty nice Easter Sunday. Yeah, that's a giant chocolate bunny on your screen. All right, tomorrow and Easter sunny, some patchy fog in the morning, 56, right around 61, around 10, seeing some clouds early tomorrow morning, but in the afternoon, beautiful, beautiful day, high temperature of 73. Any kind of Easter egg hunts are going to go off without a hitch. Northeast winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. And as we take a look across the rest of the week, we've got scattered showers in the forecast on Monday, only about 40% coverage. Take a look at that gradual warm up. We'll be in the upper 70s and low 80s by the end of the week. But don't worry about the humidity. Humidity will stay low all week long, so it's going to be a beautiful week. And 1 year from today, a big event across all of most of our viewing area, especially in the hill country. Before you can Google it, I'll have your answer for you coming up in the next half hour.
Okay, no Googling allowed.
No Googling.
Thank you, Sarah.
8:16, 54 degrees out.
Today on a brand new episode of Texas Eats, David Elder tries some Roman-style pizza.
Okay, what kind of cheese is this? Is this ricotta?
It looks like butter.
Oh, I don't think it's butter.
Can you imagine just like dollops of butter on pizza? Can't be bad.
That wouldn't really be for me. I'd rather it ricotta, but we'll find out in just a bit.
Give me that dollop of butter.
But first, let's take a look at those lotto numbers.
Pick 3, 358, Fireball 0, Daily 4, 3972, Fireball 9.
And your cash 5 is 1, 5, 11, 19, 22. Here we go. Mega Millions, the jackpot. $441 million. There was no winner for the jackpot, but you still might have won $1 million or $2 here and there. So we're going to read you the numbers. 12, 32, 49, 51, 66. Big number 21, Megaplier 2. Good luck. We'll be right back.
have the Roman style pizza, and that's made with imported Italian flour. This is one of our fan favorites. It's a very unique combination of Italian sausage, serrano peppers, mascarpone cheese, basil, and local honey.
You guys, everything out here is just rocking. And now, before we take the bite, we're gonna go into the kitchen and we're gonna make a pizza from start to finish. What kind of pizza are we making and who are we doing it with?
We're gonna do a Roman style pizza build with my husband, Salvatore.
Cheers to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And cheers here. I am so excited to go make one of these. I gotta take a sip now. Let's go in the kitchen.
Wait, we never heard what kind of cheese that was.
I think he said it. We just weren't paying attention.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not a dollop of butter.
You know what? You can find out at 10 a.m. for the entire Texas. What a life, though. Had a glass of wine, going to hang out with Salvatore, making a great pizza.
Dreams.
No. Feel free, David Elder, to bring us some of that pizza. It looked delicious.
And the wine.
And the wine. 8 a.m. It is 8:22, 54 degrees out.
Next, Starbucks has a new announcement about a popular drink that went viral on social media.
Are they selling wine?
One can only dream. We'll tell you where you can pick it up other than at Starbucks.
Good morning and welcome back. So Starbucks adding a new ready-to-drink product to retail stores across the country, and they include a popular pink drink. They're going to be sold nationwide in 14-ounce bottles for $3.67, though prices will vary by retailer. The pink drink was added to the Starbucks menu in 2017. It went so viral on social media. I've never had this. I've never even heard of it. Have you heard this?
Yeah, I've had it.
Is it good?
It's pretty good.
Oh, okay. All right, so it went viral on social media. Apparently, people like Sarah Costa have had it. So the drink includes strawberry, acai fruit juice, and coconut milk. Interesting. Is it like refreshing?
It's refreshing, but it also makes you question, why is it so vibrant and pink? Like it's a little too
pink.
A little too pink.
Does it have caffeine?
I think so. I can't remember. It depends if you get some tea in it.
Oh.
Okay, and if you missed out on the Shamrock Shake this year, McDonald's has you covered. The fast food chain is launching a new limited edition McFlurry, the strawberry shortcake. It has a vanilla base, like all McFlurries, and also has strawberry flavored clusters and shortbread cookies blended in it. The new McFlurry hits McDonald's next Wednesday.
Hot take. This looks a lot better than the McShake, or whatever we're talking about. The Shamrock Shake.
Oh, the Shamrock Shake?
Yeah. I just don't want my milkshakes green, but that's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll let you have the pink drink. I'll get the McFlurry.
Deal.
Throw some caffeine in there. 8:27, 54 degrees out.
All right, still ahead, how the TikTok trend that made certain cars a target for thieves is likely affecting your wallet.
Yeah, and speaking of wallets, the March job reports came in yesterday morning, and it came in lower than expected. We're going to break that down, what it means for the labor market and how it could impact interest rates. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Saturday. It is 8:30 this morning. It is April 8th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. So, how does the KSAT garden look? It's the new adventure if you guys haven't been paying attention.
I haven't been in a couple of days because I haven't been at work.
Right.
And so I'm gonna go after the show.
Okay.
I didn't want to ruin my hair.
That's fair. What are you growing?
Carrots.
Nice.
We are basil and corn,
Heck
squash.
Yeah. I can't wait to try it
beans.
on the show.
Yeah.
That's a possibility, right?
Yes.
For those who don't know, literally a garden in the KSAT backyard.
And we
anchored
have
by our
a
own Sarah Costa.
pollinator garden as well.
Look at that. See, I didn't even know that. All right, so Sarah Spivey.
Come check it out, Matt.
Did all of the gardens get enough water this week?
Well, you know, when in drought, we could always use more, right? And unfortunately, across some parts of the hill country, it was a little bit drier than we were hoping to see rain. But here in San Antonio, we got more than 1.5 inches, which is good. Here's a look at clouds and temperatures right now. I'm showing you this because depending on where you live, you're either seeing sun or you're socked into cloud cover. It's generally in the mid-50s right now, so it's a little bit cool. But as we zoom into San Antonio, you'll notice that on the north part of Bexar County, we're experiencing full sun early this morning. In Bulverde, it's sunny and 53, sunny and 52 in Bernie Stage. But on the south side of about Highway 90 there near Stinson, it's cloudy and 55. That cloud and sunline is dividing San Antonio pretty much in half right now. And for the remainder of the day today, we're going to be mostly cloudy with gradually clearing skies. It's going to be a nice welcome change to yesterday and the day before when it was cloudy and damp and chilly. 70 degrees for the high today. And then tomorrow for Easter Sunday, looking great. Some patchy fog in the morning. Otherwise, 73 for the high. A beautiful Easter Sunday after the rain we've seen over the last couple of days. And as I mentioned, coming up, we're going to talk about a big event happening a year from today that you're definitely not going to want to miss. Perhaps even a once-in-a-lifetime event for some folks out there. Details coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Sarah. All right, so we're going to tell you about a TikTok trend that's actually making certain cars a big target for thieves. And here's the thing, it's likely affecting your wallet even if you don't own the certain vehicles we're talking about. Those vehicles, Kias and Hyundais. So if you do have those vehicles, the situation actually get worse. So this so-called TikTok challenge, it's actually teaching people how to steal those cars, and it's catching the attention of car insurers. Officials with State Farm say they have temporarily stopped accepting new customer applications in some states, adding theft losses for these vehicles. They've increased dramatically. It's a serious problem impacting customers and the entire auto insurance industry. So we spoke with Rich Johnson with the Insurance Council of Texas. He tells us that State Farm, they're not the only agency that's actually reconsidering covering these high-risk vehicles.
I've been in, the insurance industry for the better part of a decade, and I can't recall any time where companies, were refusing to insure what we would call average consumer vehicles.
The bad news actually goes beyond even trying to get insurance. Hyundai and Kia owners who already have a policy, you're now paying more. And the increase in thefts, it's boosting rates across the board. So Johnson advises you to shop around when it comes to different insurance agencies and especially looking for possible discounts. Some discounts he mentioned are good student discounts, military, or even taking some defensive driving courses.
Safety concerns for an East Side church continue following issues with squatters in an abandoned property. Temple Missionary Baptist Church leaders say they're concerned about letting the children play in the church's yard with suspicious activity on the property on Morning View Drive. They say problems have spread to another vacant property behind the church. Commissioner Tommy Calvert says he'll be attending the church service on Easter Sunday with the Bexar County Sheriff in hopes of easing some of these concerns. Calvert is apologetic about how the county has handled the issues with the property it holds a trust to.
Hopefully this is a lesson learned for the county staff that we've got to be better neighbors and make sure that these properties, even though they're just in our trust and they're not technically our properties, we have a standard that we need to maintain for our public safety and public health.
The county is reviewing its department policies to see how it can better handle the nuisance property problems. One possible solution is partnering with nonprofits and other agencies to create affordable housing opportunities.
Well, a San Marcos area man may be going to jail for a very long time after he pled guilty to setting an Austin synagogue on fire back in 2021. Austin firefighters put out the flames. Luckily, no one was injured. Prosecutors say 20-year-old Franklin Sekiris later said that he targeted the synagogue because he hated Jewish people. Now, the suspect will be sentenced June 23rd. He now faces up to 20 years in prison.
Topping your morning headlines, the future of access to one of the most commonly used abortion methods in the U.S. is now in limbo.
So a federal judge here in Texas suspended the use of the pill, which was actually approved by regulators 23 years ago.
ABC's Zareen Shah has the latest.
An unprecedented decision late Friday from a federal judge in Texas, suspending FDA approval of the abortion pill mifepristone. Vice President Kamala Harris reacted to the ruling Friday night.
It is contrary to what makes for good public health policy to allow courts and politicians to tell the FDA what it should do. This is a drug that the FDA approved as safe 20 years ago and has been proven to be safe for 20 years. So this is a dangerous precedent.
Attorney General Merrick Garland saying in a statement that the Justice Department will defend the FDA's decision and file an appeal. U.S. District Judge Matthew Kaczmarek, an appointee of President Trump, making the ruling after holding a hearing last month. The Alliance Defending Freedom, a Christian conservative legal advocacy group, filing the lawsuit, claiming the FDA exceeded its regulatory authority when it approved the drug in 2000.
The FDA has failed its responsibility to protect women and girls, and that it's time to remove these drugs from the market, or at a minimum, to put back important safeguards on their use.
The FDA saying mifepristone is safe and effective, calling the ADF's claims without merit. Shortly after the Texas ruling, a federal judge in Washington state issued a dueling injunction in a separate case, barring the FDA from pulling the drug off the market. The Texas ruling is paused for 7 days so that the federal government can appeal. Ty Hernandez, ABC News, New York.
Well, in international headlines, Chinese warplanes allegedly circling Taiwan as China launches the first of 3 days of military drills around its island neighbor. So there's a dramatic display of force, and it's just coming days after, remember, Taiwan's president met with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy in California. And they met despite repeated threats from Beijing. China is calling the drills United Sharp Sword. In a statement responding to the drills, Taiwan vowed to defend its national security while adding it does not want to escalate any conflict.
The March jobs report came in lower than expected. U.S. employers added 236,000 jobs last month. Economists were expecting 239,000. So it's the first time the jobs report came in below expectations in a year, and it could be a sign that the labor market is starting to cool off. 1 month does not make it a trend, however, and economists point to some indicators that a further slowdown is also coming. The average work week ticked down from 34.5 hours to 34.4 hours, and construction and temporary employment dropped. So in the last 12 months, the labor market has seen a net gain of more than 4.1 million jobs.
All right, if you have a glucose monitor, listen up. The FDA issuing a Class 1 recall for Freestyle Libre glucose monitors. This comes after reports of at least 7 fires and 1 injury. So the Freestyle Libre device, it uses lithium-ion batteries, and some users have actually reported that the batteries overheat, they swell the generating spark, and they cause fires. Now, the company says customers do need to return the readers, that most people can safely use the device as long as they use the power cord that came with the device.
Happening today, it's Free Landfill Day for San Antonio residents. If you need to dump any bulky items that are way too big for your trash bin, you can take them to the 3 landfills from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. All you need to do is bring an ID and a recent CPS energy bill showing city's environmental fee. No hazardous waste will be accepted. All loads must be covered with a tarp. You head to KSAT.com. You can find all those locations.
Time now 8:40, 54 degrees out.
Take a look outside with live cam. It's chilly this morning, 54 degrees.
Oh, clouds are starting to part though. Look at that blue sky in the background.
Sarah Spivey says it's going to end up being a beautiful Easter weekend. She'll have our forecast when we come back.
Good morning and welcome back. So if you're looking to share your skills and talent with the world, you have a shot at it this weekend.
That's right. 6-time Emmy Award nominee and longtime Saturday Night Live actor Kenan Thompson is on a nationwide talent search tour, and he's coming to Texas.
All right, SA Live's Jen Tobias-Strusky talked with him ahead of the weekend. Here's part of that conversation.
Do you have a young star in your home that's ready to shine? Well, you're in luck. We have award-winning actor, comedian, producer Kenan Thompson joining us to tell us how he's helping talented kiddos showcase their skills to the world.
How are you? Thank you for having me. Thank you for putting the word out about our showcases that we're doing out there.
This is real exciting, and we're happy to know that this is happening in San Antonio. So many talented kiddos here. So can you tell us a little bit about this show?
Basically, we're just gathering up, any kind of young, talented people that want to come and showcase their talents to my producing partners, and a couple local celebs, I think, will be judging and stuff like that. So it's a real communal feel to it. But basically, we're just looking for undiscovered talent, and we're going to bring a selected few to New York to give them another grand showcase out here to try to expose them to some good people in the industry. We're kind of looking for any and all. We're just looking for standouts: singing, dancing, comedy, drama. I don't really know, but writing. We don't want to leave anything out because the business is big. There's a lot of aspects to it. You could be a writer, you could be a producer, you could be in front of the camera, you could be in transportation. It's like, just getting people more in the ideology of wanting to get into entertainment in whatever form services them the best, I think.
I was going to ask, how's your relationship with Kel? Because I grew up watching you guys, by the way, so love it. And I heard there's going to be a Good Burger too. Is this right?
Absolutely. That is absolutely right. We're so happy and pleased that we can actually say that, and have it be official. So yeah, that's my lifelong brother, and I'm so excited to get back to, working on a longer period of time, kind of a project, as opposed to just like a talk show appearance or something.
That is so cool. Yeah, I saw them announce it. I think it was on Jimmy Fallon when him and Kel were on there, and it was a whole thing. I honestly grew up watching Good Burger. I want to try Good Burger. It looks delicious.
It does look good.
Do you think the Good Burger sauce is just Russian dressing?
That could be it.
I hope I didn't just
That
ruin
could
it for
be
everyone.
it.
You ruined everything.
Here's the thing, though. Before the break, I teased that a big event is going to happen a year from now, perhaps a once-in-a-lifetime event for many people.
Okay.
A total solar eclipse is just 1 year away. On April 8th, 2024, we are going to see a total solar eclipse across parts of the Hill Country and in northwest San Antonio as well. This is the path of totality. Let's zoom into our viewing area. Areas like Del Rio, Rock Springs, Kerrville, Leakey, Uvalde, Hondo, Bernie, northwestern Bexar County, going to be seeing a total solar eclipse in the path of totality. And what's even more is that before April 8th, on October 14th of this year, an annular solar eclipse is going to be moving through the Hill Country and San Antonio as well. An annual solar eclipse is almost a total eclipse. It'll be a ring around the sun there that you'll be able to see. Isn't it amazing that the Hill Country is the bullseye of both the intersection of a total eclipse and an annular eclipse in just the span of months? Incredible. Please continue to stick with us. KSAT is going to have a lot of information about this. Perhaps we're going to be doing a few more other events as well around these eclipses. So keep up to date with us. It's exciting that it's only a year away from the total solar eclipse. I'm excited. As we take a look outside right now, you can see skies are clearing in some parts of San Antonio, like out near the airport. 55 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. As we take a look at visibility, there are still some areas, though, that are experiencing fog this morning. Uvalde, visibility less than 1.5 miles. Less than 2 mile visibility in Rock Springs. 5 mile visibility in Pleasanton. And it's cool out there this morning. The last couple of days have been in the 50s. We're starting off in the 50s today. 56 degrees in New Braunfels, 56 in Kerrville, 56 in Pleasanton, and 55 in San Antonio. As we take a look at our KSAT 12-hour forecast, know that we will be cloudy for a couple of hours here, but as I said, skies are clearing, so temperatures are going to warm up. Even by noon, we'll be at 62, which is the warmest we've been since Wednesday. Looking ahead to the afternoon, 70 degrees for the high with partly cloudy skies. Neighborhood high temperatures, it will be 75 in Del Rio, 71 in Hondo, 71 in Pleasanton, 68 in Canyon Lake, 69 in Gonzales, 71 in Castroville. Bernie, you'll be at 68 today, quite a bit cooler than average. The average high temperature this time of year is close to 80 degrees, so we're going to be some 10 degrees below average. And as we look ahead to the week, gradually warming up. So today's actually going to be the coolest day over the next 7 days. Tomorrow, Easter Sunday, 73. We'll be back into the 80s by Thursday. However, here's the thing. We're not going to have to worry about oppressive humidity this week by any means. Dew points are going to be in the 50s or even in the 40s all week long. So even when we get warm, it's going to feel great outside. A beautiful week ahead and a beautiful Easter Sunday. For any kind of of egg scavenger hunts or Easter services. It's going to be great. Clouds in the morning in the 50s, 61 at 10, 65 at noon, partly cloudy, and 73 for the high. Looking ahead, we do have a chance for rain on Monday. Scattered showers are possible. More on that coming up in the next half hour. But coverage will not be as widespread as it has been the last couple of days. All in all, though, I am looking forward to a beautiful Easter Sunday and a great week with those highs in the 80s and low humidity.
Looks nice to me.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We walked around Thursday morning. It was miserable. So I'm glad that we could actually enjoy the sun.
I stayed inside the last couple of days.
Same.
Probably a good choice.
Recharged.
All right, time now, 8:50, 55 degrees out.
A new trend on Easter eggs has gone viral, and potato farmers are now pushing the idea. Next, we'll tell you how you can replace an Easter egg with a spud.
Good morning and welcome back. So egg prices have stabilized from their January highs, but they're still not cheap. So it's led some people on social media to try something interesting, thinking outside the box, painting potatoes for Easter. Potato producers now marketing and promoting the idea. They're offering tips on how to get the best Easter spud. You can either use food coloring or just regular paint. Don't eat that one. Farmers say potatoes are less fragile than eggs and easier for kids to hold.
Some bumpy eggs.
Yeah, so do you ever do when you were a kid, you might still do it, where you put the egg on the spoon and you race?
Yeah.
I feel like it's much more difficult to crack the potato.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, also, it'd be easier, right, to potato race than egg race?
You know what? Get the plastic spoons.
We're going to do this.
I'll get the potatoes.
In the break.
Try this. Love it. Time now, 8:54, about 55 degrees.
Hey, we have some birthdays. A lot of April birthdays here at KSAT. Steve Spriester. He, of course, I think everyone knows who Steve is. He's phenomenal, one of our favorite anchors here, and happy birthday, Steve. We hope that you are relaxing today, enjoying it with family.
All right, also a special happy birthday to Kinley. We know her dad, Asian, one of our photojournalists, very well, turning 10 years old. Her dad says she is the family's biggest team supporter, makes them laugh all the time, and has the biggest heart. Oh, that was with her new baby brother, Jude.
Yeah, happy birthday, Kinley. We hope you have an awesome day. If you have time, the Hello Kitty Cafe truck is coming to San Antonio this weekend. The truck will be over at the Rim Shopping Center. That's near La Cantera from 10 this morning until 7 tonight. Fans of Hello Kitty can snag limited edition merch, including a new hoodie, cup, plush, canvas tote, lunchbox, and more.
I don't understand half the words you just said. Since 2014, the truck has toured different U.S. cities to allow fans to buy this exclusive and limited edition Hello Kitty themed treats and merchandise. The Hello Kitty Cafe truck accepts only, here this is important if you do plan on going, it accepts only credit and debit card payments. No cash will be allowed. Are you going to head out there today?
I don't know. When I was little, oh my gosh.
That was it?
That was it.
And yeah, like the pencil case and everything?
Yeah, now I just want someone to buy me groceries.
Fair. Time now, 8:58, 55 degrees out.
We'll be right back.